Hey people, welcome back to my Dark Souls Naruto texture pack. Last time on our thematically gripping Shakespearean journey, we began our classic Miyazaki narrative of fruitlessly attempting to satiate our main character's penchant for bloodlust and violence. Engaging in a fierce war of attrition against 5th century East Asians and the greatest stealth AI since Assassin's Creed Origins, we sent 2 senior citizens back to hospice and had a chance encounter with whatever the fuck this is, among a few other bizarre mishaps. If you have not seen part 1, I encourage you to do so, but if not, that's okay, because all of this was done with zero context. Yeah, so I didn't do the best job at explaining what the actual plot is, and frankly neither does the game. Like any one of Miyazaki's masterpieces, Sekiro's lore is thoroughly explained, well established, and contains not a single speck of ambiguity. So just for you, I'll summarize it as best I can so we're all caught up. 15 bajillion years ago, a dragon from the West went on vacation to Japan. Finding the stay to be rather enjoyable, he blessed a family with his magic cum so they could be immortals. Probably just one in a generation because all but one are currently dead. And they can also turn someone else into an immortal, but kind of different. The current holder of this power is Femboy Kuro, and he gave Ninja from Kingdom Hearts the inferior immortality. The surrounding water is also highly concentrated with the dragon's urine, called the Rejuvenating Waters, that also grants its consumers immortality. Just not the same way his cum does. Save your questions for the end. This land, with its quirky creatures and questionable sanitation, is called Ashina, not to be confused with the real Australia. Present day, Ashina is on the verge of collapse and could be overrun at any second. Genji wants Femboy Kuro to make him a pseudo-immortal to stop it, except he's already kind of an immortal from the dragon piss waters. But this child detests violence and war, so naturally the solution is a peaceful ethnic cleansing. You can't invade Ashina if there's no Ashina to invade. And call me William Adams because I will gleefully comply to shish kebab anyone's brain with their armpit. Our secondary objective is harvesting dragon tears, which will violate the terms and conditions of the dragon cum immortality to render it null and get our tax refund. And to reach the divine dragon, we must acquire Kush that is so dank that it will literally ascend us to heaven. The storytelling in this game is so profound that I could have sworn Hideko Kojima was involved. Most of it is conveyed through item descriptions and incoherent ramblings when its main cast is shit-faced drunk. About 42% of what I just said was made up. And if you have any questions, fuck you. I'm moving on. Part 2. Now that we've thoroughly acquainted ourselves with Ashina's wildlife and driven the great apes to extinction, it's high time we continue our quest for Mary Jane Watson. The path forward is in the tutorial area, now populated by your run-of-the-mill Americans and some Crips from the hood, but never has running away in a FromSoft game been easier. Like from PETA, descending into the abandoned Wait, this is the wrong way, fuck. Back in front of Ashina Castle is where we fight the Taco Bell and his grab hitbox to voluntarily imprison ourselves in R. Kelly's medieval sex dungeon, with all the dragon piss water to go around. However, FromSoft precedent says an area with dungeon in its title should be filled with the most unfun bullshit monstrosities the art and game design team have ever imagined. And I don't know what Miyazaki was thinking or if someone jeopardized their career, but this area is both short and easy. There's just a guy posting for a Craigslist ad and missed connections. Up the elevator, and now we're at Oh god, there's a woman talking to me in my head. Do not speak to me, wench. I am a proud virgin. I've taken my daily dose of... Do not speak to me, wench. I am a proud virgin. I've taken my daily dose of red pills. Welcome to Magic Mountain, populated exclusively by the Jeff Bezos prototypes, who will employ workplace violence to do subpar damage. Some of these guys have seen Oh, whoops, silly me. I forgot to turn off depth of field. Now in part 1, I funneled some of my funds into the Merchants Guild for this. It's called the Anti-Air Death Blow, allowing you to give vulnerable enemies a quick suck and fuck midair. I could think of several instances that gave me ample opportunity for something like this, but FromSoft would like to politely disagree. But here's one guy it actually works on. This is the Bucket Hat, a random trash mob that's more difficult than half the game, which isn't saying much considering they too possess the self-awareness of an anime protagonist, but I digress. The ideal way to separate 2 liters of blood from their body is with this move. The only downside is playing the waiting game. Fighting just one of these guys is very engaging, so you'd think fighting 2 of them would be a blast, but I wouldn't recommend it, because everybody gangster until the Bucket Hat squad rolls up. It's like trying to date 2 women in my best-selling harem manga series. It's not as fun as it sounds, and if you focus on one woman for a second longer than the other, your judgment day is nigh. And though you'll try your best to give these girls the attention they so rightfully deserve, you're probably gonna be the one that ends up dead. So why don't we cut our losses and move on straight into—
Hello there.
No thank you. Oh, and side note, this is the easy mode off bell. Remember how this game started a completely rational discussion about its difficulty because a few game journalists had some insightful critiques to share? Well, if you weren't in the know, easy mode is the default. Ring this bell and you turn it off. Will I do it? No. After some challenging and back-breaking combat where we get to save 15% or more on car insurance, we are then approached by this guy.
Griffith.
What?
Alright, who's gonna jerk me off?
You motherfucker!
What the fuck? It's a dolphin!
You're dead, pussy!
Welcome to the next mini-boss, Gatsu from Berserkeru.
Shut up!
What's his gimmick? He takes no damage. This man survived the likes of Donovan. You seriously think you can harm him? Your sword, 0 damage. Deforestation, no damage. The Dolphin Killer, no damage. Actual fucking fire. Nothing can harm a man that's too angry to die. His cockazoid is too thick. Hang on a second. Hello?
Hello, Decaeus.
Max, what the fuck do you want?
I am not Maxor, I am Griffith, and I'm calling to inform you that I have done nothing wrong.
Griffith! Damn it! Super! To you now!
So, in addition to taking 0 damage, he likes to go a little berserk to hit you like a truck with his thick slab of iron. So how do we win? Like this. Gatsuru, I have a question for you.
Griffith!
Will you fall for me?
Balls!
So long, Game Bowser!
Cool. The next part stars a guest game director, Michael Bay. There are explosions, a lot of them, and if you stand still for 5 minutes, you might get hit. The second Michael Bay trope is that there's nothing new. I mentioned this in part 1, but you'll find very little in the way of Lovecraftian horrors or grotesque monstrosities, minus a few exceptions. Most of the time you'll be fighting 2 enemies, Control-C and Control-V. Sekiro really needs to respect its players and include more guys that can turn my skull inside out. At last, we've arrived at ground zero of Project Bazingos, and I think some sexual harassment lawsuits are in order. I got stuck here on my first playthrough for a few minutes because I'm incapable of interacting with objects. But now it's time for a boss. Welcome everyone to the worst boss in Sekiro. It's not the hardest, I just hate it. In this battle of wits, we must use our bachelor's degree in gender studies to outsmart Winston from Team Fortress 2 in a game of tag against the slowest moving Kenyans. Chasing these bastards like a cock with your rooster chopped off will drive you mentally insane, and is the second least productive thing you can do. So to achieve victory, we must harness the innate superiority of our evolved prefrontal cortex. This is done by exploiting their spatial ineptitude, assassinating them when they're not looking or can't see us. By that extension, it's not all that different to playing the rest of the game. The one exception is the Green Goblin, who can hear the clapping of your ass cheeks when trying to sneak around. So blast his fucking eardrums into the Shadow Realm. And congratulations, a winner is you.
Fucking fire, sir.
Who said that? Ah, finally, the back rooms. Maybe now I can—
The mango vape.
What did you just call me?
Ah, yes, that shit is bussin' respectfully, sir. No cap.
Can you please stop talking? I'm looking for the edgelord sword.
The Buster Sword.
That's
a true
not its
thing
name.
of beauty.
Oh, right, that's the one.
I thought you'd find this interesting. You see, when they found the guy,
Shut
this
up.
shit-
Finally! Now I can merge Virgil's theme song with Sekiro gameplay! Next up is Shi Ti Pa Town, through the suicide pit and past the sewers. Oh, would you look at that? I've never seen this mini-boss before. I wonder what other unique challenges are ahead.
Hello there.
You've gotta be fucking kidding me. Welcome everyone to Snooze Fest 2022. I hope you're all having a good time watching me stand completely still just waiting for this guy to try and hit me. My APM is higher than the average gamer girl. I wish I could say this is the entire fight, but Miyazaki-senpai has other plans. Because guess what? Prepare for trouble and make it double. We are now in Phase 2 of the second time fighting a boss's Phase 2, which is just summoning the first phase of the first time fighting the real boss that's currently in its second phase. If this was FromSoft's idea of a fun and interesting challenge, I think I'm having a rather difficult time agreeing with that sentiment. You could say I'm just trying not to lose my head. Though what I can't complain about is what we get from our victory. We can now use the blood of our enemies to erect our sword, extending its reach, which penetrates through defenses. Welcome to the Lost Woods, now completely eco-friendly as it contains 100% recycled content. And just like the real Lost Woods, half of this place is a waste of time. The true path forward is veering to the far left. Just don't get caught by this guy. At the end of this, puzzle is the hardest mini-boss, so menacing that I freeze in fear at his awesome power. God damn it. And with the filler episode done, we can move on to our intended destination, Flint, Michigan. Due to the nature of its water, the inhabitants might look a bit under the weather, but don't worry about it, Mr. President. It's all part of the experience. And this time on Metal Jump Scare Solid 3, the game advises us to use tactical espionage operations to get through the village. But I've got a better idea. I didn't sign up for the Phantom Pain, I signed up for Japanese Bloodborne. So I'm killing everything I see in whatever ways I can imagine, with enough fire to put California to shame. And I'm enjoying every last second of it. Another beautiful day in America's breadbasket. And at the end of the village is, oh god, it's another woman. Fuck, what do I do? Okay, just remember what you did with Emma. Walk up to her and talk to her naturally. But Emma touched my face without my consent. What if this one tries to touch my face? What if she tries to touch my dick? Hey.
I don't know where Lord Sakusa is, or what he's doing. It breaks my heart.
Cool.
Actually, sir, can you tell me?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you're a liar too.
Wait, what? Okay, so that didn't go over well, but that's okay. This time we can just calmly walk past her and— Are you fucking serious? So it turns out this female woman girl is a mini-boss. Say hello to O'Reilly of the Factor. And as with any woman, no matter what you do, she will find a reason to be upset with you and instigate violence. If you talk to her, you are lying and have chosen death. If you don't, you are ignoring her and have chosen death. Either way, she's in a bad mood and you're in the vicinity. And attempting to finger butthole doesn't work either. But that's okay. Her posture is weak and her attacks are predictable. Deflect, penetrate, win. Be sure to buy my new book, How to Get Any Woman to Drop Dead in Less Than 10 Steps. All of this misogynistic violence, and we're still not done with this hellhole. O'Rain was the hardest boss of the village, but she's not the only one. Time to take the 30-second stroll on to the next, because the game can't go 5 minutes without making you fight another boss. Miyazaki-senpai, please have mercy. This boss has only one death blow and no second phase, but it's still far from easy. If you're a game journalist, her gimmick has about as much value as the Australian dollar, which is that her posture recovers impossibly fast if she's above half health. And because she blocks harder than Old Spice odor blocker body wash, we need to get a little inventive about how we extract half her health bar and feed it to the dogs. Option B for beta male is the Thanos snap. That never fails to cut something in half, like my marriage or his neck. But real alphas coat their blade in the blood of their enemies and cut themselves to waste all of their spirit emblems, spamming Mortal Draw and Firecrackers to bisect this bisexual bitch's health bar, medieval style, and then die anyway, just like Thanos. Just kidding, I totally won this fight. I did all of this for a rock, because you can't get stoned without a stone. Let's head back to Ashina Castle. I'm sure nothing bad happened while I was gone. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Philippines. Once again, the Americans have invaded, this time by the based and red-pilled. Oh god, is that a new enemy? Yeah, that's it, this game is too hard. You can't expect me to fight something that isn't just a reskin. Okay, in all seriousness, there's plenty of that to go around. But this place is a decent way to see just how far you've come in terms of skill, or to remind yourself that you're still fucking trash at Sekiro. And it doesn't stop at the trash mobs. There's plenty of joyous callbacks to mini-bosses as well. Remember the chained ogre? I'm tearing up just thinking about it, and it's not out of joy. Oh, and don't try fighting everyone at once. You will lose. It's much more entertaining to just watch the cockfight and reward the victor with a skull fuck. Anyway, that's enough messing around. Let's go see who's behind this.
Hello there.
Before watching our dad die. Hey, Dad. Hey guys, welcome back to my Sekiro No Deaths livestream. Fuck. Sorry I had a bit of latency issues there, but now we're back with one of the game's best bosses, the Great Shinobi Owl, here to make you say ow. Perhaps you're wondering why we're suddenly fighting him, and that's because he gave us an ultimatum. Do you A, want the game's worst ending, or B, continue playing? Any sane person would obviously choose to end their suffering right here, but I'm a little unhinged and just had to keep this pain train going. So I chose option B. This causes Big Bird to cringe so hard he goes into cardiac arrest. Do you seriously think traps aren't gay, Wolf? What? Just because they dress like a chick, don't mean they are a chick. They got a dick, and it's gay! Kuro is a femboy, not a trap. And don't say that dick makes it cuter, it makes it gayer! Could you cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks? Back to the fun part. This wholesome family reunion lets you unleash your pent-up aggression on the absent father figure in your life, if he's not too busy catching up on all the goofy times he missed. Except there are no belts and cigarettes. There are blades and firecrackers. Birdo is a fantastic boss with many abilities akin to yours. Except anything you can do, he can do better. Shurikens, firecrackers, poison, getting bitches. He can do it all. But amidst all of this abuse, he will try to bait you into playing a game of catch. For old time's sake, do not fall for this. It disables your items, and then you'll suffer withdrawal symptoms without your Estus flask. Hey son, have you been drinking? No, just this healing gourd. Well, keep chugging. Our health bars may be twice the size of when we fought Kenichiro, but health bars in FromSoft games are more of a suggestion. One-shot protection, if you will. My point is that Owl fucking hurts. Like I said, this is a pain train, and I've got a one-way ticket to getting lobotomized in Owl City. Hey Wolf, I found the key to your heart. What are you talking? It's my fucking sword. He's a real hoot, isn't he? And just like other Sekiro fights, things don't really get started until phase 2, and that starts with a bang. This fight is for all the dads out there. We love you, so please come home with the milk already. I haven't had cereal in over 10 years. You're not even my real dad. Holy shit, that's the last ingredient. Kuro, pass me that bong. Time to find a hot box and light this bitch up.
Smoke weed every day.
Another Friday night in Taiwan. Anyway. Welcome to Sekiro. Decaeus uses a joke twice, where I'm here to tell you it's been 5 minutes since we fought the last boss. So FromSoft throws out Sekiro. Fight the same boss twice. There are 2 new gimmicks. One is countered by literally standing still, and the other is that things can spiral out of control when she incorporates the spin to win, and the instant kill cumbugs. Guys, please stop praying for my grandma. She's batshit insane. A fantastic fight nonetheless, and it might have been montage worthy if I didn't make one 30 seconds ago, or if we didn't already fight her. And now, at last, wow, that is quite the view. But our suffering isn't over yet. Welcome to the Fountainhead Palace, home of the fish people and the fish dogs. I'm sure they're a peaceful and, perfectly reasonable group of people. Anthropomorphism, another dragon pisswater side effect. I'm starting to think living in Australia isn't a good idea. It gets worse, because once more, there is a stealth section through the fish people retirement home. But this is Sekiro. Stealth isn't mandatory. Fuck. The cum guzzlers here are all looking for you, a quirked up white boy goated with the sauce, so they may bust you down, sexual style. If spotted, your nutsack will be completely drained through telepathy, and then you'll be too weak to fight back. As a sick joke by FromSoft, the start of this place gives you 2 suicide pills. The section ahead will make you want to kill yourself. If a cum guzzler sees you, use geometry for protection, or chuck a fucking shuriken at them. Your first venture into this hellhole is likely to be a, unique experience. Afterwards, the sound of this flute will trigger your fight or flight state. But alas, we come out completely unscathed. What the fuck was that? By the way, this is the halfway point. There are no cum guzzlers ahead, but it still gets worse. You thought Khalid was Brazil? This is what fighting Brazilians actually looks like. The fish here can kick beanbags at an average speed of Mach 20. They fucking hurt, so I'm not going to question the logistics of it. Just know that trying to brute force your way through this area is a bad idea, because like any third world country, once the natives know who the tourist is, they will quickly form a violence committee. So with that in mind, I recommend the LAPD approach, stealth and racial profiling for calculated assassinations. Otherwise, something will always find a way to hit you off screen. Afterwards, there's another mandatory stealth segment. A hop, skip, and a jump later, and we can just teleport straight to the boss. This is it. The Deacons of the Deep. Just easier. They really don't do much. You know, I was promised a Hey guys, look, it's the smallest boss in Elden Ring, Jake Long, the one-armed man. I wonder if Godric used this bastard for grafting too. This is the gimmick boss of Sekiro, where orthodox methods of combat take a backseat for the spectacle. When combating the phallic dragon, I highly recommend using this controller setup to free your right hand, for obvious reasons. Ordinary attacks are ineffective, but damaging the cat dragon is rather simple. Use the lightning reversal technique, exclusively. Grapple, lightning, repeat. I'm like Japanese Spider-Man on crack. I am the embodiment of "and then along came Zeus," minus the sexual assault. This is the entire fight. So to make this section and montage more visually engaging, I need to get creative. Good thing I can change the lightning's color to suit my needs, and I fully intend to milk the spectacle of this singular attack bone dry by the time this is over. At this point, you might be thinking, hey Decaeus, I thought this game was supposed to be hard. This looks kind of easy. And you would be correct for the full span of about 10 seconds before social distancing guidelines are enforced with great prejudice. You might also be thinking, wow, that is a hugely inefficient sword it's holding. There is no way you can deflect. You parry one oversized weapon, you've parried them all. I don't care if every swing causes a new hurricane in Florida. 1, because who fucking cares about Florida? And 2, I need no other reasons. Without a doubt, this is the easiest boss in the entire game, and you know what? That's fine. I think of it as a justified victory lap for enduring whatever this was supposed to be. As if Miyazaki himself is saying, congratulations, you're still a virgin. So enjoy it while it lasts, you peasant, because you don't get to the Cloud District very often, and because the last part of the game will do everything in its power to push your sanity to its very limits.
Cry thunder, storm in his head. Titans of justice, fearlessly stand. Cry thunder, strong in command. Savior of nations, freedom of man. Cry thunder, storm in his head. Warriors defending one final stand. Cry thunder.
Wait, that's it? So, we're in the end game now. Be sure to slap that like button and smash that bell for part 3, where I go over every single possible ending in this game. And if you don't believe me, just watch.